Phil Robertson, the Deputy Asia Director at Human Rights Watch, joins us now live from Bangkok. Thank you so much for joining us on the program. Now, we've passed the 1 million mark in terms of the number of people infected by the coronavirus, and people are in lockdown across the world, including Asia. Realistically, how long are these tough measures sustainable, especially when it comes to those living in Asia?
Well, it's an excellent question. And what we're seeing is more and more governments asserting draconian powers, whether it be in the Philippines or Thailand or Cambodia. And I think they're preparing because they know that people are unhappy. They know that many people don't earn enough money to be able to shelter in place, and that these restrictions are going to hurt them very badly economically, and people are going to be unhappy. We've already seen in the Philippines a case of people rioting in Metro Manila because they don't have enough food. So quite clearly, there is going to be a limit to what the governments can do, and we're worried that the human rights abuses connected to trying to maintain order is going to increase significantly.
Well, in terms of international relations, Donald Trump called this virus numerous of times the Chinese virus. How much of an impact has and will this have on relations between the two nations?
Well, I think when we look at what Donald Trump and senior people in his administration have done by calling it the Wuhan virus or the China virus, they are basically enabling anti-Asian discrimination to take place in many places in North America and Europe. I mean, we have seen, literally hundreds of cases where people are being yelled at, being spat on, being cursed at, in some cases, even physical assaults against people simply because they're Asian. And the reality is, by whipping this up in this way, the Trump administration has caused greater harm and fractured community solidarity, trying to all work together to defeat this virus. We even had one member of our staff, Human Rights Watch staff in California, who faced some problems. She's an Asian American, and it was quite astonishing, quite shocking.
Well,
So
Phil,
the administration there needs to be an end to the name calling between China and the United States on these things. They should follow the WHO guidance and call it COVID-19 like everybody in the US, everybody in the world.
right. Now, there have been a lot of accusations, particularly online, about China trying to rewrite the coronavirus narrative. What has prompted those accusations, and what do you make of the claims?
I think that there is a very good case for the Chinese underestimating the number of cases, and we've recently seen U.S. intelligence agencies saying what many people in the UN and the medical communities around the world believe, that there's a significant undercounting by China. The reality is China is trying to change the narrative from its failures to act quickly last December, when the first cases were seen in Wuhan, and also in January, when there was effectively a cover-up in Wuhan and Hubei, assisted by the national Chinese officials. I think what China's trying to do is they're trying to move the media spotlight away from China to Europe and the United States, and they're trying to shift blame. I think everybody should recognize that the Chinese Communist Party is to blame for allowing this coronavirus to get out into the world. But now we all have to work together. And there's a sort of a U.S.-China Cold War going on about the coronavirus, with name calling the China virus by the Trump administration, and the Chinese side trying to say that, things aren't so bad anymore. The reality is the situation is quite bad, and we need both of these countries to work together rather than fighting over who's responsible.
Okay, Phil Robertson, Deputy Asia Director at Human Rights Watch. Thank you so much for that insight.